It's a paper and plastic show on the road.
Woohoo!
Greetings from Earth Lab 75. I am Multiverse D.
And I'm R.
Welcome to the Paper and Plastic Show. So today on the Paper and Plastic Show, we're going to talk about We're going to try to talk about our recent trip to the Quad City Con, right? So this was a comic book convention. So I would describe it as a regional convention in the Midwest area. We went to the one in Springfield, Illinois. And this was our first time going to a comic book convention in quite a while, right?
Yeah.
Over a year. So we were lucky enough to get to go to C2E2 in 2020, right before the shutdown. And we haven't been to anything since. And I think that C2E2 Con was one of the last, if not the last, big convention. So it's kind of nice to be able to get to go to that. Now, the Quad City Con, it was not a huge convention. Like I said, it was kind of a regional, local con, but it was really nice.
It's tiny.
Compared to something like CT2, it was tiny, but it was a decent size. We had a lot of fun there.
Yeah.
And I don't know if we'll be going to any more anytime soon. Just with the recent COVID numbers increasing, we might have kind of pushed our luck a little bit going when we went. So I don't know when the next time we're going. So it was nice just to get to go to that one. And one of our reasons for going is related to this book right here. So this is The Toys of He-Man and the Masters of the Universe. So the author of this book, Pixel Dan, was at the con, and we got to meet him.
Yeah.
So that was cool. We've been watching his channel for quite a while, and it was really nice to meet him. He was a very friendly, very genuine person, and he actually signed our book, right? So I had ordered this book through PowerCon, and the one I got was damaged shipping. So and
then you got another one.
So I ordered a replacement, and the replacement I think was a little more damaged than the first one I sent back. So I actually bought a second copy from Pixel Dan at the con, and I'm going to give this one to Arf.
Yeah.
And when we met Pixel Dan, so here's his card that he gave us here.
Here's stickers.
And he gave us some stickers too. For the love of toys. And it was nice. He signed them here, right? Very nice. This one's to David.
Look, a little Pixel Dan's at the
Yeah,
top.
he gave us some of the stickers too.
Look. Nom, nom, nom.
Arf's got a little poppet there.
Yeah.
Eating our stickers.
Nom, 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 nom.
And then this is the one I bought this one from him. And it's in real nice shape. I mean, I get obsessed with that kind of stuff, but this one's really nice, and he signed mine too.
This doesn't look damaged at all.
No, it looks really nice, and it was nice of him to kind of go through it and pick out a good one for me.
I don't see any damage on this one.
It's a little dinged up at the corners here.
We'll put this here.
Okay, but this is a great book. If you're a fan of He-Man or toy lines from the 80s, this is great. We could do a whole paper and plastic. There's a thing about She-Ra here. She-Ra's also included. Yeah. We could do a whole paper and plastic episode about this. I mean, when we might at some point in the future. But we want to talk about Quad City Con now. So why don't we cut to Arf in the field to show some footage of Quad City Con?
Today we are at this comic book store or hotel place, I don't know. And we are out of town, and we're going to take you like what they have here, what toys they have here. KP photobomb.
So you I don't think modern very much. No, she's just like
Now we're at this Lego booth, and we're gonna show all these Legos here, and we might pick up a few. The DC over here. We got a monkey. It's like this and Ninjago. And then over here we have Minecraft. So we got Marvel. So we are back, and I think I played too much video games today. Help! I'm stuck as a pop. Help! What are you doing?
Well, so you can't see that in the frame. So why don't you move? Why don't you move your pop over so we can see him? Okay.
I'm stuck as a pop. I think I played too much video games. What are you doing to me?
Thank you, Arvid. Thank you for your reporting from Quad City Con.
Yeah.
In the last segment, we saw that Arf was looking at minifigs, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so these are some of the minifigs we picked up from Quad City Con here. Now, minifigs are not Legos, right?
Mm-hmm.
So they look just like Legos, but they're actually kind of a knockoff. And they have a lot of different characters that, the Lego company doesn't have a license for. But they're fun to get, and they're compatible with Legos. So they're a lot of fun if you get kind of rare, strange, different figures. So what did we get here? So KP got 2 figures that we don't have in here. She already took them to work. She got Ahsoka Kana, and she got Wanda Maximoff, right? So these are the ones that you picked out. So what do you have?
I picked out Beast Boy.
From Teen Titans, right?
Mm-hmm. We did 5. We did 2 5s.
We did 2. They had a bundle deal, right?
Mm-hmm. So.
And then there's one secret one that we're not going to show, right? For reasons. But go ahead. So Beast Boy, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then who's this guy?
I think his name's Tech from Bad Batch.
Mm-hmm. Tech from the Bad Batch, right? Very cool.
We have Loki.
Loki. Classic Loki.
And then we have Cap.
An Endgame Cap here. He's got Thor's hammer.
And then we have Quicksilver and Spider-Ham.
Mm-hmm. And then I got one for myself because everybody else was getting them. I got myself Sandman. And this is the Golden Age Sandman. I thought he was.
Figures.
I thought he was cool. I hadn't really ever seen one like this, and I like the JSA and the old Golden Age heroes. And I've been kind of on a green kick lately. I don't know why. Like on my desk here at work, I have all these green figures. So
yeah,
I thought, why not put another green guy there?
Shout out to Cone Man. His favorite color is green.
Oh, okay.
He's one of my friends.
Oh, one of your friends? Is he a watcher of the Paper and Plastic Show?
Yeah, he is. Actually.
Oh, well, shout out to Cone Man then. Thanks for watching.
Mm-hmm.
So, on to the next segment, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, now we're going to look at all the comic books we got
Mm-hmm.
at the Quad City Con. So, they had the con was mostly just vendors, right? They didn't have any panels or a ton of guests or anything.
Yeah.
So this is kind of the main reason that people were going. Now all the books you're about to see, we paid less than $1 for, right? So they had a lot of dollar bins there of comics, and I kind of beat them up on the price a little bit, right?
Give me a lower price.
So, like if I was going to buy 10 books, I might say, would you do $6 on it instead of 10 or 7? You kind of negotiate with them. So that's something I would recommend, or 8. That's something I would recommend to people, like the worst thing they could do is say no, right? So, and most of the time I find they're willing to wheel and deal with you a little bit. So this is what we picked out. So some of these comics are stuff that Arf picked and some stuff that I picked. And some of it maybe is stuff we picked together, right?
If Arf picked it, we're putting on this side.
Well, we'll put them all over there as we go through it, okay?
Oh.
So this first one is a book that Arf picked out. So this is a copy of Looney Tunes, right here. And
Actually, I haven't looked through this.
So you're really into Looney Tunes lately. Now, something interesting about this book. This book is actually from the Golden Age. This book came out in 1952.
Well, that's old.
Yeah, so that's pretty old. That's older than probably most of the things that you have a metric on or know what is, right?
It's
so this
yellow, just like as much yellow as this.
Yeah, so it's yellow. It's pretty old. This is a pretty old comic, but it's actually not in too bad a shape, and it was less than $1. It's pretty cool to see, actually. This is before most people had televisions, right?
Mm-hmm.
This is before Disneyland.
Yeah, that's kind of crazy.
Right before video games. Right? So I thought this was a fun pickup, and it was interesting. I thought that he picked that out for himself.
No video games? What am I going to do?
So this is something that I picked out. This is a copy of Superman's Girlfriend, Lois Lane, number 92. And I picked this out just for the cover. I see this cover a lot online, talking about silly old covers of comics, and
She's a horse.
yeah, she's like a centaur. So I thought, oh, this would just be a fun book to own just for that. It's in kind of rough shape, but you know, it's a fun older book. It's from the '60s. It's a Silver Age book. I need to get some bags and boards for Silver Age. That's why it's not in anything right now.
No, we put it on this side.
Well, can we just put it here for right now, and then we'll separate it later, just so it's easier to go through. This is, again, an older book, not in the greatest shape, but I wanted to read the stories inside. It has a nice reprint of an old Solomon Grundy story. So this is a reprint that came along. This is not a Golden Age book, but I'm really curious about reading this Golden Age Solomon Grundy story. Is one of my favorite characters here, so I had to pick this up. This is Tick number 4. Now, this is a third printing. And I kind of got it just for fun. I'm a big fan of the Tick character. You know, for less than $1, I thought this would be a fun pickup.
Pretty lot to go through.
We do have quite a bit, but we'll go fast, okay? Mm-hmm. Right here, Adventure Comics. I picked this up too. This is not in the greatest shape. It's an older book, but it has an Alex Toth story in here, a Black Canary story. So I thought that would be really cool to have one of these. Some great artwork there. Here is another DC Wanted. This is another reprint. This is issue number 5. Picked this up too just for the reprints in here of some old stories in here. There was some old Green Lantern, some old Doll Man. This is an old Golden Age character. So now we're going to get into some more of the more modern books that we picked up, right? Then, and again, all these were less than $1. X-Men number 1, right? So you can never have enough copies of this, you know. So I have a few. I actually have a CDC graded version too, but thought that was fun to pick up. Batman Annual number 12. Mm-hmm. So just a cool cover. I thought this would be fun to have. I've always seen this around, so I thought it'd be fun to pick one up. And this is something that Art picked up, and I thought this was he had a good eye. I thought this is a great cover here. This
Wait,
World Finest. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I thought this great Walt Simonson artwork here. I thought that was a fun pickup. Here is, and now there's no rhyme or reason to the books I got. I mean, it's just totally just like going through bins and like, oh, this looks cool, let me grab it. This looks cool, let me grab it. This is an issue of ROM number 65, and I actually read this comic as a kid, and I thought it was cool because all these heroes show up at the end to help ROM fight these aliens. So I thought, oh, that'd be fun to pick up. Air Raiders number 1. This one's a little more beat up. I didn't really look too closely at it. Looks like somebody wrote a B on it. I don't know if they were grading it or that was their name, right? Maybe they're separating it out.
A bird.
And it's a little dirty and actually had a price tag on it, which I thought was on the outside. And I took it off and I didn't damage the book. But this is probably more of a reader copy now. It's a little beat up. It's kind of fun to hold an old book like that.
Uh-huh. Doom Patrol.
Doom Patrol number 1. Some 90s stuff here. We got a Cyber Force number 1.
I don't know what that is. What is that?
Cyber Force. This is part of the Image Comics. This is Mark Silvestri's entry in that. Very 90s looking, right? This is an ARF pick. Captain America, number 345. This is a great issue. This is back when Captain America had resigned from being Captain America. Steve Rogers, and he was the captain, and John Walker was Captain America. So this is some of this what we saw play out in the Disney Plus series, Falcon and the Winter Soldier. This is a pretty pivotal issue here. This is an issue where John Walker's family is killed by the Watchdogs, and John Walker goes crazy.
Oh yeah.
So this is a good issue pickup. Batman number 369. Deadshot's in this one.
Deadshot.
Batman number 348. So this book here, this is kind of a spec pickup. So I have seen this book recently at a local comic book shop for $20, And they actually had this another copy of Witchblade #1 at the con that was CGC for $85. So for less than $1, I thought this is a pretty decent find. The book's in great shape. They actually had 2, so I got 2. I figured, why not? And they also had kind of a little run of Witchblade, and these aren't key issues. The #1 is a key issue, but I thought I would pick these up just kind of for fun to read. So very much of their time. So this is another art pickup here, Teen Titans.
There's Flash.
Yeah, and did you pick it up because there's Flash on it?
No, there's Teen Titans.
You just like the Teen Titans on there?
Yeah.
And this is another art pickup here, another Teen Titans, and I think this is a variant cover, right?
Mm-hmm.
Of Harley.
Oh yeah, this is the next issue. I just noticed.
Uh-huh. This was another one. This is kind of an ARC recommendation here. An 18 issue #2.
Mm-hmm.
So I had this comic book as a kid. I had like the first 3 issues. I got in like a little pack, and I enjoyed reading them. So it's kind of fun to get this again. I have no idea whatever happened to those, but this is fun. Marvel Universe Official Handbook. So this is not the one that we've been doing the series on. This is the series that happened before that. So this is not the deluxe edition. This is the original edition. This is the last issue of that focuses on the weapons, hardware, costumes, and all that. It's pretty fun. So I thought it was a good pickup. This is another kind of totally 90s looking book, Rob Liefeld. I just thought it looked funny. It has a very shiny cover, so I thought I would pick it up. Here is, and I actually got a few of these. I found some old Beavis and Butthead comics, and they're in a little rough shape. These are probably more reader copies. But these are just a fun to pick up whenever I see them. You know, they're funny stories. Yeah. And like I said, they're a little worn out. They were certainly probably enjoyed back when whoever bought these when they came out. But I thought they were a fun pickup. And they were pretty cheap. Like I said, under $1. Secret Wars #2, issue #1. I think this was another ARF pickup here. This is Avengers 369. Mm-hmm. Nice. You seem to really like the foil covers, right? Mm-hmm. That's pretty cool. Here's Wonder Woman and Conan. I picked this up just as thought might be a fun read. Now I've been going through and collecting a lot of Uncanny X-Men, something I didn't really get back in the day, but I'm getting into now. Here's an issue, 232. Now we're getting into I would say, some of the gems that I found on the trip. So I was able to find a bunch of X-Men, all under $1, and there's some key issues in here. So this is 281. Here is 282.
That's a key issue.
This is also a key issue. This is the first cover appearance of Bishop here. I think he has a cameo in here too. And this book goes for, I think, $20. This book is in great shape, actually. I looked at it. It's really nice. And I had bought a not as good version for a lot more recently. So this was under $1. So I thought this was great. And then here is his actual, I think, full appearance. Maybe he's in this one. But that's also a key issue here. And I got like a little run here. And I got another issue of this one here too. And then here is some more X-Men. So really kind of went X-Men crazy, but I thought these were some really good issues to get. Some great covers here. And these books were all in really nice shape.
Mm-hmm. There's a lot of X-Men here.
Yeah, so a lot of fun lately picking up X-Men. And I feel like I got some good finds here. You know, if I see them, I'm going to grab them, you know. A lot of fun. Looking forward to those. So here, also kind of, you know, living this 90s nostalgia, I got a few issues of Spawn. Here's issue #5, issue #12. And got some X-Force. Issue #6.
All the X's.
Yeah, a lot of X's. 9, 7. Right? Got some Rob Liefeld covers here. This was another pickup here. So I got issue #10 of Paul the Samurai. This series I got when it first came out. I didn't go this far into the series originally, but these are fun books to read. If I ever see them, I try to pick them up. And then I got these G.I. Joe Order of Battles. These are just fun. These are kind of like the Marvel Universe. They just talk about all the characters and show all the vehicles. So these are fun to look through. This I thought was kind of a strange oddity. This is a Superman comic book that they gave out at Pizza Hut back in the 70s. Yeah, as a promotion. And it's a reprint of an older issue. And I feel like this has to be a pizza stain or something right here. You know, I can imagine the kid who got this, you know, looking at this and getting some pizza on it when he had it. So I thought that was just kind of fun. Also picked up, this was a good pickup, I thought, Cops. So Cops was an old cartoon from the 80s. And I got the first 3 issues here. And these are in pretty decent shape. Savage Dragon #1. Again, less than $1. There's another key issue. Not a huge key, minor key, but still fun to have. Shadowhawk #1. Another 90s Image book. Uncanny X-Men, annual #11. Some nice artwork on there. Mm-hmm. And then I'm a big Star Trek fan, so here's Star Trek Deep Space Nine issue #2, and it's still sealed in the bag, and it has a card here of Commander Benjamin Sisko. So I had to pick it up. I thought that was fun. Here's more of these Beavis and Buttheads, and they're the covers alone are very funny. These issues are a little beat up. Like I said, they were certainly read when whoever bought these, but they're fun to pick up. Mm-hmm. And you're kind of interested in Beavis and the Butthead. I mean, it's a little inappropriate for you.
But yeah, the covers look funny.
The covers are very funny. They're very silly looking, and they were like I said, they were under $1, pretty inexpensive. So just a fun pickup. And that was it. Like I said, nothing major. You know, some of the X-Men was a good find. A few minor key issues, but just a lot of fun. Everything was under $1, so we had a lot of fun going through all the bins, right?
Yeah, I'm very tired.
I think that wore our out going through all those comics. So you and KB had to take some breaks when we were at the con, right?
Yeah.
Right?
Because it's boring. Because you just look after comic after comic after comic after comic after comic.
Yeah, I mean that's how it goes sometimes. So do you have a favorite comic in here that we have?
Teen Titans.
The Teen Titans, those 2 Teen Titan issues you really liked, right? Mm-hmm. And you're a big Teen Titans fan. Mm-hmm. Yeah. For me, I'd have to say the X-Men stuff. I thought those were some good finds there, especially getting some of those issues. And I just had a great time going through the comics. Obviously, KP and Arf probably didn't, but I had a great time digging through those bins like the old days. Mm. So I know this is kind of a longer video, but we really appreciate everybody watching, and we'll see you next time, right?
A star.
Oh, we get a star?
Yeah.
Okay. Is this an Arf-tastic video or just okay?
Okay.
Okay. Well, we'll do better next time. Mm-hmm. Well, thanks for watching. Hope you had fun.
Bye.
Bye. It's the Paper and Plastic Show!
It's the Paper